So, you guys wanted Rayman Legends? And by God, you're gonna get it.
So let's do this! For Rayman!
How could you guys do this to me? I mean, I had finally made peace with my videos only making 1,000 views or so, and then you turn around and make me feel like one of the big boys. 250,000 views in a week? Now over 500,000? I was not prepared for that. Oh yeah, I don't have lungs. And since I'm a super cool guy that actually reads my comment section, I've learned that half of you are sinful, the French are horny, sans Undertale, haha funny, and a few of you even thought that the thumbnail and title were clickbait. Okay, look here, buddy. I talked about a naked cow lady, a big-boobed Viking cutout, Rayman's huge features, and 5 thick fairies. How much more horny would you like to discuss? And as for the rest of you, huge Rayman Legends fans that did not hesitate to request a video. And I get it. Check any scores from the big reviewers of the time, and they are universally higher than what Origins received. Naturally, these scores are showed off in the American trailer, a trailer that checks every box for generic video game ads. Lots of fast cuts, reviewer quotes, copyrighted song. Not very creative, but at least it does its job of showing why people should try the game, which is more than I can say for that Origins ad.
What's up, dude? Got a girlfriend yet? Judging from this kitty game, doubt it.
Now the UK, they went a step and a bound farther by having a fully CG animated and freaking awesome trailer. Even though Ray the man himself barely gets any screen time, it's Barbara, the new playable character, that steals the show. This poor guy, he just can't help but get his spotlight stolen. If only those frogs were rabbits, this would be downright therapeutic. Damn it, now I'm confusingly horny again. What the hell? Starring Snoop Dogg. It's gotta be some fan-made thing, right?
And I hear you blow up a lot. So what about you? What? Now that's legendary. Coming to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, so says Snoop Dogg.
Either I just watched Snoop D-O-double-G promote a Rayman game, or there's a gas leak in here. I hope you guys appreciate the degradation I had to endure to make this video happen. You see, unlike Origins, you can't just buy Legends on Steam and play it. Oh no, you still have some hoops to jump through. Uplay, Ubisoft Connect, whatever they want to call it, I don't want it on my damn machine. Quit forcing me to make accounts with other companies when buying the game on Steam should be enough. That whole situation with Helldivers 2 and Sony really shows how players are getting fed up with this nonsense.
That's bad.
We open on the smoke shack of Palast, the Bubble Dreamer, where we learn that our heroes have been sleeping for an entire century.
Just like in real life!
This is the only instance of proper spoken dialogue in the whole game, given to us by longtime series voice actor Doug Rand.
Well, my little ones just needed to take a big nap.
If I understand right, this guy is responsible for dreaming up the entire world, known as the Glade of Dreams, which was a major plot point from Rayman 2. Looks like he got his hands on some of that extra dank kush, causing his dreams to morph into nightmares, and even splitting the main antagonist of Origins into a council of laughing ne'er-do-wells. Oh, I never should have smoked that Skywalker OG. So there's only one thing to do: send Murphy to wake up our heroes and save the world once again. But here's the thing. What world are we saving exactly? Legends uses a level hub with portraits. Unlocking new levels requires saving enough teensies. You know, those little dudes from Rayman 2 that helped you get around to new levels. Now what do the teensies have to do with unlocking portraits? Do they weave their magics together to open the way? No, it's just a vague video game contrivance. In Origins, you needed to save Electoons because they're what form the bridges to progress. Bridges that you actually got to play through as a sort of victory lap for your trouble. Now it's just get enough MacGuffins to reach reach an arbitrary number and make your way through a literal gallery of levels. It might sound trivial, like just play the game, right? But I couldn't shake the feeling that Legends was missing something. Like the devs just wanted to make a bunch of levels and not bother with constructing a world this time. The result is a game that feels kinda disjointed and not as well realized as Origins. And that's one of the reasons why both times I've tried to play Legends after finishing a game of Origins, I would play through the first world, maybe a few other levels, and I would quickly lose interest. The first time I beat this game was for you guys, and now that I have, I can comfortably say that I prefer Origins by a lot. That's not to say Legends doesn't have some remarkable levels, but the experience as a whole is punctuated by irritations that didn't exist in Origins, such as one glaring issue that sticks in my memory like a green splinter. This is Murphy, and if you're anything like me, you will come to hate him. Legends was originally supposed to be a Wii U exclusive, and back then, if you wanted to make a game for a Nintendo console, you had to implement whatever gimmick it was marketing. In this case, the Wii U touchpad. So instead of your hands maneuvering the controller in perfect harmony with the on-screen character, now you have to deal with Murphy coming in and slowing the action down to a fraction of what it was in Origins. It's even worse for the normal people that aren't playing on a Wii U, because Ubisoft, seeing that the thing stank like Pepe Le Pew, ported the game to other consoles and PC. Now Murphy automatically hovers between interactable objects and uses them with the press of a button, because that's how shallow the mechanic was, that it can all be handled with a simple button press. So now it's even dumber because you don't get the potentially neat novelty of freedom with the touchscreen. You press a button, wait for Murphy, and move on. Is that supposed to be fun or test my skill? It tests my patience, I'll give it that. This new breed of Rayman is at its best when you're moving fast and thinking on your feet, but over and over again, Legends forces me to play at a slower pace. It's not the whole game, but it's enough to ruin the experience for me. Balancing on these bubbles is the only part I remember from Origins that forces you to slow down for a few seconds and engage with the mechanic. Otherwise, you're in full control of the pacing, while half of Legends feels like being stuck in slow-moving traffic. Remember how every level had a time trial mode in Origins? Well, Legends can't do that anymore since Murphy would be too disruptive. Time trials are now their own self-contained challenge levels that bring enemies and obstacles in from other worlds. They're fun and all, but they prove my point that Legends' approach to level design is a very different beast from Origins. Murphy is a fun wall that made me let out a very audible sigh whenever he showed up. But hang on, it's not all bad. I consider Origins a damn near perfect game with perfect controls. It is satisfying AF. But with a moveset this expansive and controls this spot on, it really needed more levels to take advantage of them. You know, the kind of tightly constructed obstacle courses that demand your full attention. The kind of level that'll make you do one of these. And cause I know some of you wise guys are gonna bring up how I couldn't do all the teeth levels from Origins, that's not what I'm talking about. Those are designed like speedrunning courses that mostly focus on memorization and jumping at the right times. What I'm talking about is something like this. Man, I love these quicksand levels. They take all the obstacles of a standard course and condense them down into densely packed challenges. They keep you fully, breathlessly engaged, and the best part is they're not so frustrating that a single mistake can send you all the way back to the start. Most of them have checkpoints, and you can even get away with a botched jump once in a while. Much more forgiving than those teeth levels. Plus, I'm pretty sure they're optional since they only have 3 teensies. The big reward is unlocking another playable character in the form of a princess. They're no bodacious fairies, but I like them well enough, with the exception of 2 problems. 1, their voice lines. Oh God. Remember how you blow up into a balloon when you take a hit? Well, if you add female playable characters, suddenly it's not such a whimsical quirk anymore now, is it?
Please.
Ursula getting inflated's in your head now, Jake. There's no escape, ever. Now, if you want to see those frustrating teeth levels done in a way that's fun and satisfying, then check this out. It's the level that I must have played at least 10 times in a row at a local GameStop demo kiosk. It's time for Rayman to test his rhythm. really short and not that hard, but I have read so many comments talking about these levels being the highlight of Legends, with such classics as Glue Glue, Mariachi Madness, and Castle Rock, all of which are Rayman versions of real songs like Eye of the Tiger and Ram Jam's Black Betty, Bamba Lamb. I don't know what was going through Christophe Haral's head when he thought of having a mariachi band play Eye of the Tiger, but it was probably Computer Duster. Unfortunately, the game's idea of a reward for saving 400 teensies is a second playthrough of these levels, only much worse. These so-called 8-bit remixes sound like ass. "8-bit? Sounds more like the worst a Sega Genesis could spit out. Oh yeah, I love those screechy metallic farts." And the visuals aren't much better. If I was running a project and somebody came to me and said, "Oh, I've got a great idea. Let's periodically blind the player," I'd show them the door and get a restraining order. What a lazy way to try and increase the challenge. These filters are downright obnoxious. Mariachi Madness will have you thinking your disc is jacked up. So yeah, not much of a reward. But I knew if I didn't do them, I'd get a bunch of people complaining in the comments. So you're welcome. And no, the reward for 700 teensies is not Rayman Snoop Dogg. Totally should have been though.
Now that's legendary.
You know one of the things I appreciated about Origins? For a game released by a corrupt AAA company, it wasn't sleazy. Okay, it was a little sleazy.
But it didn't have f***ing scratch-off tickets. Yeah, that's right, scratch-off tickets. The sleaziest thing you can buy at a local pump and dump. Nah, that's not enough. We need more stupid shit. Oh, how about we pander with an awesomeness level so people will feel like they're accomplishing something? Yeah, now you're f***ing talking. Ooh, and I got one. Daily login bonuses. We're gonna brainwash the f*** out of these simpletons. Viva la gaming industry.
But don't rattle me bones!
I shit you not, it took me 10 minutes to scratch off every ticket and unlock the Origins levels, when they just as easily could have been Lum Threshold rewards. And an awesomeness level? What is this, a rocket power PlayStation 1 game? It's stupid and it's childish. And a daily login bonus? Why? Mobile games and MMOs do this as an incentive to get players logging on so they can have a cash shop waved in front of their faces. Rayman Legends has no such cash shop, so why mar the experience with a cynical money-making ploy when there's no more money to be made? True, it could have been a lot worse, but man does it leave a bad taste in my mouth, and I need a palate cleanser. And I've got just the thing. Something that takes the slower pace I complained about and makes it thematically relevant. Something that threw me for a loop and wound up becoming my favorite world. And it all started on a strange inflatable island. I thought, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. I adored the water levels from Origins, so just give me more of that and I'll be golden. I followed the anchor down to a tunnel and the uplifting music quickly faded away. The vibrant blue water turned a brackish green. The lighting dimmed and industrial waste started littering my path. And then as the funky plucking of guitar strings was backed up by smooth violins, I figured it out. I said the gibberish jungle from Origins sounded like secret agent music, but this? Well, this is just straight up James Bond, and it's incredible. The water levels in Origins were a lot of fun and had some great music, but as far as theming, they were very down to earth, nothing special. This time, they got way more creative. Now you're infiltrating a secret underwater facility guarded by enemies that are designed to have their backs turned to you for sneaky takedowns, and electrified drones that'll laser you faster than you can say 007. You don't even swim for the whole world. There's plenty of sneaky platforming and using Murphy to block laser drones. The one time in the game where I was fine with him coming in and slowing the action down. I felt like Solid Snake or Sam Fisher every time I clocked an unsuspecting enemy's noggin. I especially enjoyed the part where you have to cut the power from two separate wings of the facility, with one of them being the guards' living quarters, ending in a section with motion sensing lasers that sounds like Weird Al going ham on an accordion. Not very secret agent-like. The best world in the game by a mile. It's stylish, inspired, and well designed. The rhythm level even ends at the inflatable island, bringing everything full circle and wrapping up the experience perfectly. I had a blast. Can't say the same for Fiesta de los Muertos. Fiesta? More like siesta, because this world puts me to sleep. Even the music makes me drowsy. First thing I got hit with was this nauseating color scheme, and then I got turned into a duck and lost most of my speed, for some reason, I presume just to annoy me. And as the icing on the cake, in comes Murphy to slow the game down even more. Let me tell ya, that was a perfect 3-hit combo right off the bat. You gotta use him to munch paths through giant cakes. Cake that looks more like the omelets from Neopets. This wasn't very fun. And later, you're in a level full of old food, rats, dirty dishes, and fish bones. How did the wonderful gourmand land from Origins go in the complete opposite direction in Legends? Nightmare clowns, nasty rotten apples, grease holes? Don't be afraid, Rayman. Go into the grease hole. Well, it's not all bad. Being run down by a luchador while it screams like a giant shirtless Mexican Pokemon was pretty funny. The boss fight against an even bigger luchador was an awesome spectacle, and I must admit, I am way into mariachis playing Eye of the Tiger. Multiplayer is still a thing if you want to fiddle around with Parsec, including a new mode called Kung Foot, which I think the name speaks for itself.
It's not getting right over your noggin. Oh my god! Dude, are you getting dunked on right now?
As for challenges, yep, that's what I thought. Ubisoft only cares to support the games that are making them lots and lots of money. Makes you wonder why they're still supporting Skull and Bones. 40 of the 60 levels from Origins were added, which is a really nice bang for your buck if you've never played it. But if you want to play Origins, then just buy Origins. Don't expect to get the same experience here. If I want to play Mario Galaxy, I'm not going to play the likely compromised version on 3D All-Stars, especially since... What?! No, I'm going to whip out my Wii and get the proper experience. Moments like 20,000 Lums Under the Sea and those rhythm levels are why I think so many people have nothing but praise for this game. But are those same people blind to all the obvious low points that constantly get in the way of the fun? It's like their memory takes the good and leaves the bad. I was bummed when my recent playthrough of Origins was over because it's such an all-around good game to engage with. What I felt after the final boss in Legends was, well, nothing. Though I did get a chuckle out of completing the symphony of anguished crotch honks from the Mr. Dark Goon Squad. It's just like Link's Awakening. I love Origins, and I'll likely end up playing it again in a year or so. But Legends? It just doesn't grab me the same way. And I don't think it's a simple matter of preference. I think Legends takes many steps backwards from the masterpiece that was Origins. It may look shinier on the surface, hence the higher review scores, but rub away some of that gold paint, and underneath is an experience that isn't nearly as legendary as the title suggests. I'm sure the board game is going to be good, though. Ah. Ooh, baby. Spy on me, baby, use satellite. Infrared to see me move through the night. Aim gonna fire, shoot me right. I'm gonna like the way you fight. Now you found the secret code I use to wash away my lonely blues. Well, so I can't deny your lie, 'cause you're the only one to make me fly. Sex bomb. You're a sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb. You're my sex bomb. Baby, you can turn me on. Baby, you can turn me on. Now don't get me wrong, ain't gonna do you no harm. This bomb's for lovin' and you can shoot it far. I'm your main target, come and help me ignite. Love struck holding you tight. Make me explode, although you know this route to go to sex me slow. I guess I must react to claims of those who say that you are not all that. Sex bomb. You're a sex bomb. And you can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb, sex bomb. You're my sex bomb. And baby, you can turn me on. You can give me more and more in counting up the score. You can turn me upside down and inside out. You can make me feel the real deal. And I can give it to you anytime because I'm yours. Sex bomb, you're a sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. And baby, you can turn me on. 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 Yeah.